Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to look at my Mesa Boogie amp and cab and associated pedal board. So sit tight, make yourself comfortable, and hopefully you'll pick up something from it. I did. I'll take you on a little walk around my rig. This is a Mesa Boogie Mk 525. I used to have the full 3-channel head, which I sold, but I decided to lighten things up, as I alluded to in some of my other videos, trying to make things a bit lighter. And this little Mk 5 25 watt 2-channel head is absolutely perfect. It's the same electrics that goes into the bigger head, but there's just smaller, not as much of it, sort of thing. So I absolutely love this, and it's got 2 channels, but you can change the voicing on each of the channels. So if you see here, you've got clean, fat, crunch. You can change the voicing of the channel, and the same with the overdrive channel, if you like. You've got 3 voicings on there as well that you can just flick between. Obviously you can't, they are not foot switchable, but the channels themselves obviously are. So then you've got your standard gain, treble, middle, bass, presence and master volume. And then over here you've got the EQ, the good old Mesa Boogie EQ. You can foot switch that in or out, or have it on permanently. It's up to you. And you can also, if you see that, you can change 25 watts down to 10 watts, which is really a cool thing to have. Anyway, so that's the head. That's really a nice piece of kit, that nice and light, and I'm playing it through a 1x12 closed back cab. This is my pedal board, very standard. I've got a tuner on this side. If I'm playing in here, I tend to put it through this tuner here. If I'm playing live, I've got a wireless thing there, wireless system, which has also got a tuner on it. It's not plugged in at the minute, obviously, because I've got that there. Good old wah-wah, channel switching and EQ in and out, as it were. I've got an EP booster. This is a really cool piece of equipment. It's so good, so subtle. One thing, just turn it up there, really cool. This little effect, and I will show you some of these effects at some point, but this is a cool little thing. What we've got here, it's like 2 effects in one. I've actually got it set for phaser and flanger, and just standard super chorus, boss, and a digital delay. I do have some TC Electronics effects. I'd have a delay, a flashback delay, and I've also got a chorus by them as well. But I like these big stompers when I'm in the studio, just for some reason. It just feels a bit more solid under me big old plates. Occasionally I use that little thing there, which is a Harley Benton 15 watt all valve amp. Great value for money, great value indeed. But I just use it if I'm sort of doing a few strummy bits, or a bit of practice, and that it comes in handy. There's my lovely Music Man guitar there, which I've been using to record. There is my guitar setup for this studio here. I'll go through some of the sounds with you as well. First thing we'll look at is the clean sound. This is how I have my amp set up. This video is about how I set this amp up. It's not a review per se on the amp itself, although obviously if you can get something from it, great, but just this is how I use it. Okay, so the first thing we look at, as I said, is the clean sounds. Just a straightforward clean. setting. I will go through the other two, not in great detail, but you will see. Okay, so quite snappy. I can put a bit of EQ in there, so just very quickly I can just put so if I play that, the way I've got it set up, it just kind of thickens the top end, and the bottom end sort of draws out the middle a bit. I can change the EQ, use it as a boost if I want. Pop a bit of chorus on there. So again, we'll just go back to complete with Alfie howling at the end there. So really nice. Sound, wouldn't you agree, Alfie? He's just out of shot down there, aren't you, mate? Okay, so there's the clean sound. I think that's pretty good. Now if I do a few licks, then we can just put my EP booster on. Okay, so what you get then, if I play a chunky sort of, I can just quite a nice boost for sort of clean solos, if you like. Cool. So if I change it to the next channel, fat channel. Okay, so again, just clean. Makes it slightly more, a little bit more bassy. Okay, so I think live I would probably use the fat instead of the clean, but you know, it depends on what day it is. So that's the fat. Now if I go across to the crunch, now this is where it, I mean that's the same setting, same gain, everything, just a different channel, different voicing. that's pretty good. So again, that was just a crunch channel. That wasn't even full on overdrive. I can pop the booster on. Off. On. Quite nice. So if we have a look at channel 2, I can just switch it across. You can hear it straight away, it kicks in quite ferocious from clean. Obviously it depends on what volume I've got it at. I'll probably just knock it down a little bit. So that's kind of where I have it as a general. Really, again, I can push in some EQ. Boost it a bit more if I want to, make it a little bit more ferocious, as I said. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that. I mean, I could play a lot of things. Some chorus on it. It's quite face melting. So that was on channel 2, Mark IV setting, and as I said before, I'll quickly go through the other channels, the other voicings. So Mark 2C, a little bit less overdrive. So I say, I'm keeping all the settings the same, just the voicing. So that tighter, a bit cleaner if you like. Okay, so that's that. Up normal. If we go to extreme, hang on to your hats. Just on the flick of the switch, keeping all the settings the same, it goes from sublime to ridiculous. Really, isn't it? phaser is this one here. So let me just so yeah, just a few things you can do. This is quite a basic pedal board, to be honest, but the amp head itself is so versatile. I've chosen to use my PRS on this because it's again as versatile. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye. Sorry, I'm being attacked by the dog at the moment. So when you're trying to do these YouTube things and Alfie wants to get involved, it's quite nice really, but there you go.